Hey guys, what's going on? It's Russ Ruffino with Clients on Demand. And on today's show, we're going to be talking about how to grow your business even in super challenging times. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, it is Russ Ruffino, and I am happy to welcome you to our season finale episode for 2021. Joining me today is our Director of Revenue, Mr. Mark Von Muser. What's up, Mark?
Great to be here.
And our Managing Director, the brilliant and incredible Miss Jane Jewell.
Hello, everyone.
What's going on, guys? So today, like I said, we're going to be talking about how to grow your business during challenging times. There's no doubt that 2020 and 2021 have been some of the most challenging years that I think business owners have maybe ever seen, at least certainly in my lifetime. You know, we've had, the economy go up, we've had the economy go down, we had the whole thing in 2008, but I don't think anything has been more disruptive to small business than the last couple years. So certainly within my lifetime, this has been the absolute craziest time. And there's so many people out there that are saying, well, I can't run my business. I can't make money. You know, it's a terrible time to start a business. You know, there's no opportunity. There's no way forward. There's nowhere to go. The job market is tight. You know, nobody's hiring. I can't travel anywhere. I mean, there's a million different things going on that would interfere with your ability to make money. But despite all of that, in 2021 and in 2020, our clients at Clients on Demand have had the very best years their businesses have ever had. So what we wanted to do today is come on and pull back the curtain and just show you how our clients are achieving this kind of massive success, even in the face of all this craziness. Because guys, look, it doesn't matter what you're dealing with or what that challenge is. What matters is how quickly you can adapt to that challenge. And it also matters how bulletproof your mindset and your model is to get you through that challenging time. So that's what we're going to be talking about today.
It's such an important topic, Russ, because we have the vantage point where we get to talk to all these different clients that are crushing it. But then when I talk to my other friends that are still trying to do a brick and mortar or haven't moved online or who have tried, low ticket or some of the other options, they've been getting pounded. And it's almost like, it's parallel universes. And so I'm really excited because it's important that we share a lot of these successes, because we talk to the people every single day and they're like, oh, in my niche, no one's making money. In my niche, what we do, no one's making money. And we just know that that's not true. But you have to make some key shifts if you're going to start to win in today's economy.
Well, we should probably start off by talking about why our clients are just well positioned to succeed anyway, because we've got a lot of things that are kind of working in our favor, irrespective of the different strategic shifts that we're going to talk about, right? So first of all of our clients are in the information, knowledge, and expertise marketing space. So in other words, they're coaches, they're consultants, they're experts, they're authors, they're thought leaders. What we're helping them do is to monetize their expertise. Now, what's cool about this is that what you are selling are outcomes. You're helping your clients achieve certain outcomes. And so people are paying you to learn your approach to solving these big problems of life. But what's cool about that is that there's nothing to stock, nothing to ship, nothing to manufacture. So our clients are completely immune to any kind of supply chain disruptions because basically we're selling information, knowledge, and expertise and outcomes. Our clients are also all working online. So they all work from home. They all work online. Some of them are traveling. Some of them are, whatever. But we don't have any kind of a situation where people have to go into an office all the time. And that's huge. That's really huge because depending on the different lockdown situations where you might be, it can be very, very tough for you to get in to do your job if there's different lockdowns going on. But what's cool about this is the entire business model functions online. So right there, it's like we were largely immune to a lot of the disruption that was going on.
Yes, and we coach, a lot of our clients are moms, and they were able to continue their business with their kids being home and just adapt their schedule in such a way that they could still, many of them, as many of you have had to do, either learn how to homeschool or what was one of our clients said the other day, what did she say? She said unwillingly homeschooling. Right. So, she said it in jest because she's able to run her business and be very successful and just adjust her schedule in such a way that she could still be there with her children and now take on the added responsibility of doing some homeschooling. So in that respect, our clients were just really prepared for things shifting. They didn't have to shift their lifestyle all that much because they were already accustomed to running their business kind of on their own schedule with their own outcomes in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And so guys, the thing I want you to understand is that the way that we teach this model and the way that we do this stuff right off the bat, it makes your business a lot more bulletproof than other businesses. Because like I said, there's no supply chain stuff to deal with. You're completely online. You can work from anywhere. You can be at home. You can be with your kids. So, even if you're in a situation where maybe you have to start homeschooling or you have to bring your kids home, you can still be there with them while you work and while you do your job. So, if you're not running an online business, you really need to start. If you're selling your wisdom, your knowledge, your expertise in an office, you're working with clients one-on-one, you should really think about bringing things online. If you're working with people one-on-one, you should think about shifting over to a group program. And if you're not monetizing your knowledge and your expertise, you should really think about how you can do that. I mean, look, maybe you've never coached anybody before, but you've achieved some extraordinary outcomes in your life. I was talking to a guy the other day who's actually sold a business once for, I think, $4 or $5 million. He built a nice little business. He sold it for $5 million. And he was like, well, Russ, what can I do? How can I build an online business? And I said, well, look, you build a business from scratch and you sold it. Do you think there's other people that would want to know how to do that? And he said, well, yeah, absolutely. And I said, okay, well, there you go. So you can take that expertise that you have, even if you've never coached before, and you can easily turn it into an online program that you can then turn around and sell for anywhere from $3,000, $5,000, $8,000, even $10,000 for every client who comes in the door. So even if you're not already a coach or you're not already a consultant, I want you to start thinking about what you can do to monetize your expertise, because chances are you know how to do something that other people would pay to learn. You know how to solve a problem that other people would pay to have you solve. And in my opinion, if you have that kind of expertise, you can't afford to not be monetizing it online, because the way things are going, it's just getting tougher and tougher and tougher to do things face to face. You must be able to monetize that online in some way, shape, or form. And we're going to talk today about exactly how to do that. So the first thing we want you to do, the first kind of principle we want to give you guys for growing your business in challenging times, is to provide even more value and support for your clients. Provide even more value and support for your clients. So the more you can be out there, putting yourself out there, the more you can be communicating your value, the more you can be giving your clients new insights into how to solve their problems, the greater the demand is going to be to work with you. The greater the demand is going to be for your services. So you've got to put a structure in place where you can communicate with your potential clients exactly what their problems are and exactly how you can help them fix those problems. Does that make sense?
Yeah, Russ, we just got done doing one of our events, which was just absolutely amazing. And the theme that I kept hearing over and over and over again from the clients was how much the support made the difference. And so when we showed up, and I know Jane and I and you talked about it when last year in March, when we did the One March event in 2020, and we knew that there was a storm upon us. You know what I mean? And we were like, hey, we're going to be front and center with our clients. We talked to them more. There were more touch points. There was more clarity about what was going on and how to win. And collectively, that's the theme now that people have come to us and said, I did not even know the storm was coming. Thank you so much for supporting us. And that storm will show up in all sorts of different ways in your relationships. Because Russ, you pointed out that anytime there's a storm of any sort, it magnifies any chinks in the armor. Any break that's about ready, it puts extra stress on it. Now, the great news is that's why everybody in our group is doing really well, because they're able to go ahead and showcase that to their clients. But our clients needed all that support too. So, the more that you support your clients right now, it might be in mindset, it might be in keeping them clear of the goal, but that makes a huge, huge difference right now more than ever. And, I remember it's funny, and when real estate was going great, everybody thought they had it figured out until the market went south. And then all of a sudden people are like, oh, now I need help. So it's not abnormal to, people look for help during challenging times. So, really over deliver now it's well worth it.
Yeah, I think this last, 18 months or so, it hasn't been easy for most people. And it doesn't matter what industry you're in or what you do. And I think what we found with our clients, for us, Nothing really changed in our day-to-day life of what we did, right? We've been doing this for 5+ years, and we'll continue to do this, servicing and taking great care of our clients for the years to come. I think that what was great, and I think what honestly gave our team the edge in order to take care of our clients, is that we were already accustomed to really understand how to support people at a very meaningful way. And, we have extraordinary coaches that are trained to support people as they're going through rocky territory. And it's really important that if you're in this type of business where you're taking care of other clients to transform something in their life or in their business, that you do have that ability to coach someone and really serve them. And the model that our clients really get from working with us has really served them to raise that edge. Because although we know how to do that, being on the coaching side, I can say that we've had more clients come to us that need additional support than ever before. Something that might come easy to one person or might become difficult. When you put any extra stress on that, they need that extra handholding. They need that extra support. And I'm just really, really proud of our ability over the last 18 months to hold people's hands and to extend them, whether it be more mindset work, performance work, whatever it is that they need so that they can accomplish their goals. And I think that that's really what gives our business and our clients who have these types of businesses really that extra white glove experience where people really still get results, even if there's all kinds of stress and turbulence going on in their life or, in the world and in politics, whatever it is.
Well, support seems to be the thing that most people just don't want to do. So, your big name people that are doing these big launches, right? And they exist in every space, your big coaches that are out there, and maybe they're in your space, maybe you're a relationship coach and you see these other relationship coaches that are doing millions and millions of dollars. And you go, well, how can I possibly compete with those people? Well, unless they're one of our clients, chances are they're providing totally inadequate support to the people that are hiring them. So that's one of the ways that you can differentiate yourself right out of the gate, because the difference between giving people results and not giving people results really comes down to the quality of support that you're willing to provide for people. You can give people great information. Let's say, for example, that your information, your solution to this problem is really, really good. It's really top notch. And if that's you, congratulations, because I'd say 95% of the programs, the strategy they are teaching is not very good at all. So if you're one of the people that actually has a good strategy, and that's great, that's really not enough, because what really makes the difference is how well you hold people's hand as they execute your strategy, and how well you're going to help them overcome all of the obstacles that they're going to run into along the way. Not just the physical problems, right? Not just, okay, well, I'm following your weight loss program or your fitness program, and I threw my back out and I can't work out, right? So not just the actual challenges that come up, right? It's also the mental stuff, the self-sabotage, the self-doubt, the frustration, all that mental stuff that keeps people from achieving the goals that they've set for themselves. That's where you can really shine if you can support your clients through that as well. I think so many people are obsessed with this kind of idea of like passive income, where they just want to like sell an ebook or sell a video course or something like that, but they don't want to really provide any support. And it's like, that's fine, but people are not going to pay you a premium price for that, number one. And number two, they're not going to come back to work with you again, because chances are they're not going to get results. If you sell an ebook or a video course or something to 1,000 people, maybe, I don't even know, maybe 50 of them will even go through it, if that. And then of the 50, maybe you'll have one guy in there who just happens to be super motivated or super smart or just really has their stuff together. That one guy will actually go out and get results. And of course, that's the guy they put on their on their testimonial page. But my point is for you is that if you want to stand out and you have competition and you're in a crowded market, providing better quality of support is the best way to do that. The more challenging times are, the more people need our help. And that requires us to step up and really provide a whole other level of value. But here's the cool thing. Giving people more support does not necessarily mean making a massive time investment. So in other words, you can support most of your clients or all of your clients on like a weekly Q&A call with them or twice a week Q&A call with them. And that might go like 2 hours, but you get all your clients on Zoom and you answer their questions. And if somebody needs a little bit of one-on-one help or a one-on-one intervention, you can intervene with that person to give them what they need. but it shouldn't take you more than like 5-6 hours a week tops to be supporting everybody that's in your programs if you're doing it right. So it might not be 100% passive income, but it's pretty damn close. And at the same time, you're actually going to be getting results for people instead of just building up this massive client base of people that are just more and more and more disappointed every year. So the second piece, guys, the second principle that we wanted to share with you guys is to simplify your marketing. Simplify your marketing. Right now, it's so simple to just cut through the noise. There's so much noise out there, and there's so many people that are talking about how great they are, how great their stuff is, where they got certified, where they learned how to do this. And all they're really talking about is me, 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 me. They're talking about themselves. If you want to simplify your marketing, the simplest way to do that is to speak to your clients directly where they are. So your clients only really care about one thing, the problems that they have. That's it. The only thing your clients care about is the problems that they're dealing with. So that is where you should start the conversation in all of your marketing. And what's great, again, is if you're trying to stand out in a crowded marketplace and you really take a look at your competitors, very, very, very few of them are going to be doing that. Most of them are talking about themselves. Most of them are talking about how great they are. Most of them are focused on their $25,000 beautiful websites and their beautiful headshots and their amazing branding and all those things. And it's okay, fine. There's like a place for all that stuff. You don't need it. There's a place for it. But if you can come in and just speak clearly and powerfully to the exact problems that your clients are facing right now and what it's costing them to have those problems, and how those problems are showing up in their life every single day. And even what are some of the things they've done to fix those problems that haven't worked? What are some of the other programs they've tried, the other solutions they've tried? And why didn't they work? And why are those ideas never going to work to begin with? And what do you have for them that's new? If you can talk to people like that, you're immediately going to cut through all the noise and all the chatter, and they're going to listen to you because you're talking to them about the one thing they care about, fixing their problems.
And this is so important, Russ, because I see some of these other marketing platforms and what they're talking about, blogging every day, writing every day, trying to post on social media 4, 5, 10 times a day. And basically they're contributing to the white noise that's out there. And guys, you got to understand, you're not just competing with your business competitors. You're competing for the news media. You're competing with all the news and everything that the clients are focusing on. So it isn't just your competitors now that you have to compete with. So what Russ is talking about is spot on. And the more simple that you can make it, talk about the problem that they're facing. And ours marketing is very simple. Ad, webinar, phone call, new client. And that's really it. All these other ones with 5, 10, 20, 30 hoops to jump through, clients and buyers just don't have the patience for it right now. They're only going to focus on the immediate problems that they're facing. And when everyone else is talking about features and benefits and about all this, great fluff and, like you said, look at my website and all that stuff. Right now, I only am focusing on the problems I have. There's too much coming at me. So buyers are filtering out everything that's non-essential, and features and benefits and those long marketing processes that require a lot of content, guys, they're dying by the day. Don't go that route. Simplify your marketing.
And when you have a message that's effective, what Mark is saying is that you don't have to say it 50 billion times in 50 billion ways. So look, everyone else out there is telling you to be on social media all the time, to be on Instagram all the time, to be on Facebook all the time, to be posting and posting and posting and posting and posting, and then just kind of like putting all this content out there and then kind of crossing your fingers and hoping that people see it. We actually call this cross your fingers marketing, because you're going to do all this work and post and post and post. And then you kind of just cross your fingers and hope that someone sees it and that eventually they become a client. This is a terrible strategy, guys. It's a terrible strategy because you're doing all this work upfront every single day with absolutely no promise whatsoever that the right people are even going to see your stuff. And if they do see your stuff, that they're actually going to respond to it. And if they do respond to it, how are they even going to give you money? So it's like you're really, doing this in the worst possible way. And as you guys begin to build your business, I think you're going to find that this applies to a lot of different things. The conventional wisdom is pretty much always wrong. The conventional wisdom is pretty much always wrong, right? In fact, conventional wisdom is really just a recipe for conventional results. If you're doing what everyone else is doing, you're going to get what everyone else is getting. And like 95 to 99% of people that are trying to build an online business are failing miserably. So if you don't want to be like them, you need to look at what the top 1% are doing, or even more than that, the top 1/10 of 1% are doing, and say, okay, well, how can I do what they're doing? How can I model their success? And when you simplify your marketing and you have a clear, concise laser targeted marketing message that is like speaking directly to the dream clients that you want to work with, you don't have to say it on 40 different channels in 40 different ways. You can say it in one 40-minute webinar, one way that you record one time, and then you drive traffic into that webinar for years. So we just got back from our event. And one of the questions we asked everybody, our top performing clients, now these guys are doing 100,000 a month, 200,000 a month, 500,000 a month in some cases. They're absolutely crushing it. They're doing multiple millions of dollars. Their primary marketing tool, one 40-minute webinar. That's what we taught them how to build. And like Mark said, the process is really simple. Ad, webinar, phone call, new client. It's literally the simplest funnel I could possibly think of to bring new clients in the door. But here's what's interesting. We asked our top clients, when is the last time you updated your webinar? Like, how often are you guys redoing these webinars and redoing your marketing messages? And all of them were like, 2017, 2018. So that means these guys did the work and built the funnel one time, and they've drove traffic into it ever since. And they're consistently getting a flow of new clients, and they've been able to scale that flow. So now they're doing $100,000, $200,000, $500,000 a month in revenue. And we had so many clients in the room that were doing that. And another thing, guys, most of them are not business coaches. In fact, I don't think any of them were business coaches. They were relationship coaches or dating coaches. We have people that help women overcome burnout, professional women overcome burnout. We have a guy, Bob, who helps men recover from a bad divorce and sort of get their groove back. You know, we have dating coaches, we have marriage coaches who help people put their marriage back together. We have fitness coaches, we have naturopathic doctors. So it's not like this just works in the business coaching space, guys, where there's sort of a direct return on investment. You know, I spend $100 with you and I'm going to make $1,000 back or whatever. This is the situation where these are deep personal problems, relationship problems, health problems, personal development problems, and people are still paying $5,000, $8,000, even $10,000 to fix those big problems. So when you have a marketing message that's simple and laser targeted, you only need to set it up once. And then that marketing message can do the work for you and bring you clients consistently for years.
It reminds me of Megan Alfred. You know, Megan Alfred, and there also was another area, Russ, that I want to point out. Not one of the people that came to us had their message dialed in. That was part of what we helped them do, how to simplify their message so that it would pierce through the marketing noise. And, you know, Megan Alfred, now they simplified it down about saving their marriage. Now, before that, they came and they were talking about her therapist background and her, counseling background and about all the certifications. She was an amazing therapist, a marriage therapist or counselor, but she was speaking into a world of noise. Well, long story short, between Megan Alfred now, they did, what was it, $500,000-$600,000 last month? I mean, it's crazy. And it's so simple because they stopped talking about all of it. And it really summed it down into, and this isn't the way they communicate it, but it was about saving your marriage when you think you've lost it, and about, that one final step. But they got so good at their message that now it pierces through any amount of marketing noise. So everybody that is really in jeopardy of losing their marriage, now it's the one voice in a crowded space that's actually giving the people hope. And that's why they jumped up to $500,000 a month, and they love it. And they're getting amazing results with their clients.
They're like some of my favorite clients because they are so unbelievably coachable. They're just like sponges for it. So, I think a big shift for them, honestly, was really having this belief that they could do it. They saw the structure that we teach. They understood, in theory, how it all worked. But for them, it was really having the belief that they could do it in their market and do all of the marketing, learn all the different pieces. And once they realized how simple it was, they just started moving really, really quickly. And for them, I think their biggest growth came from, they came to us where it was just Meg. And then at that time, her husband didn't even work with her. And then both of them working together. And some of their biggest learnings, honestly, was developing into leaders, because now they have a big team. And like Mark just said, they're making over $500,000 a month. And it was really that growth of becoming leaders where they weren't just operators themselves, doing the coaching or the training, but really learning how to lead people. And they've just grown every step of the way and just put themselves on the line to expand. And it's completely paid off. Of course, it's paid off, with the revenue, but it's really paid off in who they are and their team members and the lives that they're impacting. It's really something to be a part of and watch.
They're amazing. They're an absolutely amazing couple. But that's the power, guys. We want you to understand that's the power of what happens when you simplify your marketing. So their marketing was all over the place. They were talking about all these different things, MEG certifications, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And what we did is we distilled it down to a really simple message. Do you want to save your marriage or not? And we also simplified the funnel. We simplified the whole marketing process. So just simplifying everything. And that just means eliminating all the busy work, eliminating having to be on Instagram all the time, having to be on Facebook all the time, just cutting all that stuff out and replacing it with a very, very simple process that brings them clients consistently. And all they needed to do to scale their business was to spend more money on advertising and then grow their team. And they went from, $50K a month to $100K a month to now to the point where they're doing $500K a month because they made things as simple as possible. So when you're in challenging times, guys, you want to simplify things, not just for your audience because their attention spans are limited, because they're dealing with all this other stuff that they're not normally dealing with, but you want to simplify it for yourself too. Because why put extra steps between you and success? Why put extra steps, unnecessary steps between you and your dream income? Right? So keep it as simple as you possibly can. And the simplest strategy we've ever found, like Mark said, is add webinar, phone call, new client. That's it. That's as simple as we can make it. All right. So finally, that third principle is to get expert mentoring. If you want to grow your business, you must get expert mentoring, especially if you want to grow your business in challenging times. I don't care if you're trying to grow your business in the greatest times anyone's ever seen. I don't care if you're trying to grow your business in like the roaring 20s where everyone's happy and everyone's dancing and listening to jazz and having a great time. It doesn't matter. You still need expert mentoring. And when times are down, when times are tough and the chips are down, you absolutely need expert mentoring. Again, because that expert mentor is going to simplify everything for you. And that expert mentor, guys, is going to be an advocate for you and a reminder of why, yes, you can do it. Even while you see businesses falling left and right all around you, you see people closing up shop, people going out of business. You see these little mom and pop stores just getting swallowed up by Amazon. You see all this stuff happening. Your mentor will remind you that it is possible. They will be a living, breathing example of what is possible for you. The fact that we're doing around $1.5 million a month in our business is amazing for our clients because we get to be their North Star. They can look at us and go, dang, all this stuff's going on. All this craziness is going on. And Russ and his team are continuing to crush it. And they're going to turn around and tell me exactly what to do and exactly what not to do. So they can just follow in our footsteps and allow us to go out there and spend the money and try different things and see what works and see what doesn't work. And then we just get to turn around and tell them, hey guys, do this, don't do that. And don't you think that makes things so much simpler for our clients and so much easier for our clients? Look, when times are tough, your bandwidth is limited. And I know you know that. So if you're a mom and dad, when we were cooped up during the pandemic, it's like we saw couples that maybe, the husband used to go to work and the wife would go to work and then he'd come home and she'd come home and they'd be together for, a few hours, put the kids to bed and then they would go to bed, right? So maybe they were seeing each other just a few hours a day. Well, when everybody got locked down, it's like now people are cooped up in a small house or a small apartment, like 40, like full time, like 24 hours a day. Then that could really grate on people's relationships. And then you had situations where the kids couldn't go to school. So now the kids are there too. And you're trying to homeschool the kids and you're trying to educate your children with all this craziness going on. So the more challenging times are, the less bandwidth you have to grow your business. And that's why it's so important for you to have expert mentoring because you might not have that much time every day to invest in your business. And I don't want you to be in a position where you feel like you have to choose between taking care of your kids and building a great business. You should never be in that position, or taking care of your wife or taking care of your husband and building a great business, or taking care of yourself for that matter. So the mentor, the power of mentoring is that they can just streamline the path to results. They can simplify it down so simple that in just a few hours a day, you can build an incredible, incredible business because that mentor has cut out all of that extra busy work that just isn't going to get you where you want to go.
Well, another byproduct of that, Russ, I love what you just said, because when you have an expert mentor who's doing it, has done it with a wide variety of different people, they allow, one of the biggest things we share with our group is where to put their time, where to put their focus, don't worry about that. You can't do anything about it. Focus here. You can affect this. And it's so much fun because a lot of times too, there's also the expertise of knowing what the client wants. I want Jane to speak to this as well. But even like with Megan Alfred or Lydia, or I could go on and on. But so many of these people, the issue wasn't the structure. The structure in the business was very simple. It was their relationship with money. They came from poverty. They thought about poverty. They constantly felt scarcity. And I know with Megan Alfred, I remember their goals. At the last event, we just pulled up the original applications for everyone in the room that were now making over $1 million. And when you go back to what they thought was possible and the relationship with money, everybody needed work on their relationship with money. And so that's a huge, huge step because, for people that are trying to do it, if all you've ever known is scarcity, if all you've ever known is poverty, and you're only surrounding yourself with people that think that way, you're in trouble. And one of the things that our mentors do and our team does is consistently make sure that you understand where to put your time. But in addition, make sure that your relationship with money, that you're not blocking it, because a lot of people were. And when we clean that up, all of a sudden they start making money like crazy. But more importantly, their clients start going and getting amazing outcomes.
Yeah, I truly believe that everyone can benefit from a coach and a mentor, especially if you're looking to do something you haven't done before or really break through wherever you've been living in that area of your life. The design of a coach is they have this unique perspective and ability to see things that you don't see, right? If you're really busy trying to figure something out, or like a sports metaphor, you're really busy, trying to play the game and, kick the ball and head the ball and, do all of these things, you can't see what you're missing. You don't have a bird's eye view, and a coach has the ability to have this view that you can't see at your level. So having a coach is so important because it gives you the ability to see the things that you can't see. And when you're learning something new, you need someone that's going to do that. You need to have the ability to stand on someone else's shoulders, someone who's already been in that game before, someone who knows the road ahead. Now, can some people figure things out for themselves? Can someone, maybe fix their marriage? Can someone get their health on track? Can someone grow a business? Well, sure. Sometimes you can do that. But the challenge is it can take a really, really long time. And without a coach and a mentor, it's like you try something and you take maybe, one step forward and then you take 2 steps back. Because then you go sideways and you don't know what you're doing that's not working. So you're constantly trying to readjust and readjust and readjust, and you don't get any traction. Where a coach can go, okay, take this one step, settle into that, get some stability, and now we're going to make a little bit of a shift, and now you're going to take 2 steps forward. And that's really only available to you when you have someone that can have their eyes on your paper, right? Like where someone can see what is the work that you're doing, be able to see what's working, and more importantly, being able to really diagnose what's not working. Because only in seeing what's not working do you have the ability to have someone help you to really break through. And if you want to grow a business, if you want to get your health on track, if you want to save your marriage, the best way to do that is with someone sitting there next to you and helping you every step of the way so that you can really get real transformation and not a little Band-Aid that might make you feel good in the moment, but ultimately doesn't give you the results that you truly crave.
Right. So the bottom line for you guys, if you're looking to monetize your knowledge and monetize your expertise, is that the more challenging times are, the more people need your help. And the more challenging times are, the more you need the help of real experts and real mentors to get your business off the ground. You're not going to get there by just like browsing around, watching different YouTube videos every day. or by maybe buying a little ebook here or buying a little ebook there or reading this book on Amazon or that book on Amazon. I can tell you right now, when you read a book on Amazon about how to build an online business, by the time that book is out, what they're saying pretty much is out of date already. So you've got to be working with an expert mentor who can keep you on the cutting edge of what is working right now. And if that's what you want, then here's what we have for you. Our team has set aside some time in the next day or two to talk to you about how we can help you apply these ideas to your business starting today. So what we'll do is we'll get on the phone for about 45 minutes. We'll put our heads together and we'll come up with a step-by-step game plan for you to take things to the next level. So how can you do some of the stuff we've been talking about here? How can you create a program that solves a problem for your clients? How can you charge $5,000, $8,000, even $10,000 for every single client who comes in the door? How can you put together a dead simple, like 4-step marketing process to bring you those dream clients like clockwork? And how can you serve those clients from anywhere in the world with just a laptop and an internet connection and still make an incredible impact on their lives? How can you do those things? You know, guys, when those things come together, it's like going to give you the most incredible life anyone has ever lived, because it really comes down to 3 things, doesn't it? Income. How much money can you make? Can you make all the money that you want to make and more? Freedom. Do you have the freedom to enjoy that money, to travel, to spend time with your kids, to spend time with your family? And impact. Are you making a difference in the lives of the people who are depending on you so that you can feel great about what you do? And if you want to open the door to income, freedom, and impact, then I want you to go to clientsondemand.com/talk. That's clientsondemand.com/talk. That's going to take you to our calendar page, and you're going to see all the available appointment times for the next couple days. Pick on any day that works for you, pick any time that works for you, and one of our coaches will call you and we can talk about how we can help you do this stuff in your business. And we'll put together a plan. Our goal is to give you tremendous clarity right there on that call. And if you want our help to execute this plan, great, we're here for you. If not, that's cool too. Either way, our intention is to serve you on that call like your business has never been served before. So go to clientsondemand.com/talk and book that call to speak to us. You know, it was amazing, guys. We stood there in a room with 150, 200 people in it. And so many of them are doing 5 figures a month, 6 figures a month, multiple 6 figures a month. I mean, these are people doing multiple millions starting from scratch. You know, when they first came to us, they had nothing going on. And what turned it all around for them, the one thing they all had in common is that they booked that call. If they hadn't booked that call, their lives would be very different and actually much worse than they are right now. You know, that call was a $1 million call, multi-million-dollar call for them. Was that decision to book that call or not book that call? Is it going to be that for you? I don't know. That's why we have to talk. So go to clientsondemand.com/talk and book that appointment to speak to us. Mark, JJ, got any parting shots?
Yeah, I'd like to leave with everybody as well that's out there. Don't make the mistake to think you're different. Oh, my niche is different. You know, I mean, if there was one thing that I've heard over and over again is, I remember we were just talking with Sophie, and Sophie's now doing about $60,000 a month, and she was in the weight loss space. And remember, at first she's like, "Oh, but you know, I'm not the person on the TV show. I don't have the TV show. I don't have this. I don't have that." And it was like, but she's in there now. She's doing about $60,000 a month, and she loves her life. Her complete. It worked so well. Even her husband was like, "Honey, you did it. You finally did it after years of trying." You know, she tried the low ticket thing, and she used to have a $31.99 offer, and she never got any traction. I think she was making her best months maybe $2,000 to $3,000 a month, and to jump from there to 60,000 and having more impact, she now has the freedom. She now has the choices during the most challenging business time is a testament to what we teach. And we have the same thing in relationships. We have the same thing in adrenal fatigue, IBS, weight loss. Mental working with challenging children, optimizing your life, getting your mojo back, getting promoted in business, building your businesses. We've seen it all. So one of the things that stops people is they sit out there and they think, I'm different. And if you guys had any idea, our team will know whether or not this will work for you or not. You don't. We have hundreds, if not thousands of references of people in your exact niche that are doing it. And it was really funny because we had somebody that came to us, Russ, and they were like, "Oh, my niche is different. I swear, I'm in the dating space. I work with young men, helping them, whatever." And I said, "Shh, don't say it too loud. We don't want the millionaires that are making $1 million a year plus in relationships know it won't work for them. And I was joking, but it was like in his mind, he was already looking to think, oh, well, my niche is different. And it's like, people are people. If it's a real problem, we can help you articulate it in a way and get it in front of the people that are paying right now to solve the problem. And I love that whole concept, Russ. Even instead of a brick and mortar where you have to, your business will grow and ebb based on the community. We now open this up to a worldwide audience. How cool is that? So, the sky is the limit, but you got to start with that phone call.
Yeah. I guess my invitation to all of you is really come at this from being a business owner, right? Come at this like you're a business owner and a leader. And a business owner and leader invests in themselves, invests in the knowledge. Give yourself, invest your time, and get on the phone with someone from our company and see how we can really support you, or if we can support you. But that only comes from you making the decision to invest that time in yourself as a business owner. Don't think of it as something that you're going to piece together. True success doesn't come from piecing different things together. True success means, hey, here's where I'm at. This is where I want to go. And I want to get there in as straight as a line as I can, with the support that I know will from people that have already paved that way. Give yourself that gift.
Absolutely, guys. So go to clientsondemand.com/talk and book that appointment to speak to us. This is going to be our last show for 2021. We will be back in early 2022. So it's been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys, and we will see you next year. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for tuning in to today's show. If you guys want to subscribe, there's a little picture of me. You can click that button right over there. If you want to book a breakthrough session with our team, which you absolutely should do, then you can click that button there or go to clientsondemand.com/talk to book an appointment to speak to us. We'll go ahead and catch you on the next show. Bye-bye.